Neuromarketing and ethics associated. Neuromarketing is a form of marketing that uses neuroscience to study the brain patterns of consumers while making purchasing decisions. It focuses on the thoughts and brainwaves of consumers in the decision-making process. This form of marketing does come at a cost. An fMRI scanner cost in 2011 $2.5 million and $1,000 per hour to rent. There are multiple different techniques when using this form of marketing, including fMRI, psychophysics, EEG, and MEG scanners. The most popular of these is functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI. What this scanner does is map the blood flow in the brain of the consumers as they go through the different purchasing decisions and processes. In a study using the fMRI scanner, it was found that the medial prefrontal cortex would light up, indicating an increase in neural activity when the subjects would be exposed to the product they ultimately would end up choosing in their purchasing decision. This theory can be used by measuring when this portion of the brain lights up due to the test subjects viewing, hearing, or even smelling products or promos. A study found between the preferences of Coke and Pepsi, the information from neuromarketing efforts told professionals why consumers would fail to choose Coke in a blind taste test, but they would choose Coke over Pepsi when the images of the sodas were present. They found out that the consumers had an emotional association with the brand of Coke that they didn't have with Pepsi. This was tracked with an MRI machine, reading the subconscious of the subjects throughout the different portions of their brains. In a Campbell's case study in 2008, it was found out that their company could benefit from the restoring and giving their labeling and packaging a new look. This was a surprise for Campbell's because for many years they had what they called an iconic label, which was a simple red and white label on their soup. The company also found out that their shelving habits and ingredients needed a few changes. Neuromarketers have had a lot of concerns of whether what they do is ethical or not. The neuromarketing opposed side would say that it is unethical and that neuromarketers are looking into someone's brain to find out things that the people may not have voluntarily told them. The subject of free will is a big concern, and the subconscious information, they say, is not voluntary. The neuromarketing opposed are afraid that the marketers will find a buy button or a magic spot which will affect the individual anatomy of the consumers because it controls their behavior. It is also a concern that there will be a spread in what is called marketing-related diseases, which result from the promotion of junk food companies. Other unwanted items that could be marketed would be tobacco or cigarettes or alcohol, and this is a cause for grave concern for the neuromarketing opposed. The pro-neuromarketing side would say that this type of marketing is ethical, and they create studies on volunteers, so the consumer's free will is still intact, and pro-neuromarketing professionals would not see that what they do is some sort of brainwashing, more as a presenting of the options of their product market to their consumers and seeing the steps in their brain and what they go through in their purchasing decision and how and possibly why they made those choices, using this information to create some sort of advertisement that they hope would make their product more attractive to the consumers so they may choose it over the competition in the future. A clear line of communication needs to be between the professionals and the media and the public so that the public can make their own decisions of whether they think neuromarketing is ethical or not. In conclusion, neuromarketing is a combination between neuroscience and marketing in order to better understand the purchasing decisions of consumers. Many companies have had success, but there are ethical concerns to be considered, and each company needs to determine that on their own.